Hello, and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online, the Gold Coast, where we are in the midst of the early stages of the Dark Brotherhood questline. Our quest is to go to the sanctuary, which is seemingly just up ahead through this valley. Now, as you can see, I have discovered, but not entered, the two delves that are apparently the only delves that are in this section. So it is a smaller region compared to others. I think, well, it is larger than Qa'Rajh's Roost, but it's definitely among the smaller ones. Also pointing to the fact that, you know, it is centered more around a faction which does lend itself more to being all over the place rather than just in one region, even if its main storyline takes place here. We also discovered last time that we can now stab and instantly take out guards as long as we are crouched, because we have unlocked the ability called Blade of Woe, which is the ability to basically assassinate someone. I know, I mean, we are assassins, but more than our targets. Unless prompted to and unless problematic, I will try and avoid assassinating named characters. It's just, I don't like doing that. I will make... Oh, hello, what do we have here? A shrine. A way shrine, I believe. Do we have any lore? Possibly. But not right now. So this shrine isn't active. Oh, that's a wall. Huh, didn't see that at first, but... Oh, that must be the wall that was mentioned. That basically defends Cyrodiil from Hammerfell. Well, the borders have changed quite a bit over the years, but politics and war, they go hand in hand. Sometimes more openly than not. Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary, and our quest is to gain access to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. Okie dokie. Ooh, now that is a cool, mean-looking door. Hello, door.
Is the flavor of fear.
Sublime, my brother.
Welcome.
Thank you. Few get to see the interior of a sanctuary of the Dark Brotherhood. Even fewer survive to tell the tale. Well, hopefully we should. Given that we are trying for membership, that is. So, dying would certainly be an unfortunate development. Yes. Talk to Astara. Oh. Dark Guardian. Oh yeah, so they are basically passive, non-hostile skeletons that I assume act as guardians. Hello? Elam Draws. You look important. So I'm not going to talk to you. I am going to get this lore book though. And search the bookshelf. I like these large bottles acting as candle holders. They are aesthetic. Oh, marked for death. Herein lie the countless damned, their worth measured only by the weight of the gold that condemned them. Choose your target and kill well. I presume that once I'm done with the more open part of the storyline, well, the more closed part of the storyline, that this is the sort of where you get to find the contracts, maybe. Okay, can I talk to you now?
You must be the new initiate. I've heard some unbelievable things about you. Still, you can't be too good. Your name hasn't appeared on one of my contracts yet. What? Oh, that's a Dark Brotherhood joke. Don't you have a sense of humor?
I do, but not a Dunmer sense of humor. I was considering naming that guy, but there are probably more than one Dark Guardian around, so that would be a whole lot of thinking up silly names for skeletons. Not that I can't do that, but that might be a distraction that I don't need right now. Ooh, crafting stations! That's good to know. Don't think that I overly need it right now, but it never hurts to ensure. So, do I have anything that I need to deconstruct? Oh, yes, I do. I picked this up, and it's part of a set. So we'll just deconstruct it straight away, as it is not researchable. Was it researchable? Well, I'd be happy to research it, but it wasn't, and so I shan't. Very simple. Very straightforward. Anything here? Nope, no apparel to deconstruct. Lerexius Novation, you're a skeleton.
I've got whatever you need. No bones about it.
I like this guy already. Do I have anything that I... No, I do not. I suppose I must have handled my trash and garbage before I even came here. I don't honestly remember. I was focused on other things. It happens. So, the Blade of Woe is not so much a physical weapon as it is a magical ability. Oh, what is this? Oh, apothecary. I was about to say, did I go the wrong way? But no, there are really no wrong ways here. I mean, I suppose going out again would be the wrong way to go. Gold Coast Notables. A report prepared by Mirabel Mochiere. Oh, that name is familiar, isn't it? Quintus Gerald, well, he's dead. Marcus Scipio of the Order of the Hour. Lord Hawthorne Brent of the Gold Coast Trading Company. Oh, and a visitor to our lands who thought to go unnoticed. Razumdar of the Queen's Eyes. Reports on these potential threats, targets, and allies will be on your desk shortly. Yeah, I don't think that Razumdar is going to be an obvious target here. That's gonna be a tricky one to pull off. Hello? Any alchemical skeletons in here, or no? I am left to my own devices, which is a dangerous thing. Mostly because I get distracted very easily when it comes to stuff like this. So, are you really sure you want to give me the benefit of the doubt and just let me roam? Because I wouldn't. Not from the get-go, at least. Ooh, more books. The 5 tenets. Interesting how the 5th tenet is never kill a dark brother or dark sister. So you have to go, if they are lined up by order of importance, that is the least important one. I don't know that. I don't know if they are lined up in order of which ones you should follow the most, or if they are equal, essentially. I suppose we might be able to find out. Might. Hello, this looks like an important area, which is why I'm wandering in here without talking to the person that I was supposed to talk to. Also, Law, the Blade of Woe. Have I not read that? Oh, well, I have now. Alright. Bookshelf. 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 Ooh, wow. Unsearchable trunk. Ooh, Anyone here? Nope. Bookshelves? Law books? Money? No. I can't even pick up the battle axe. Okay. Oh! Oh, they're mannequins. The lie. Oh, that's a bit of a long one. Had it been shorter, I'd gladly had read it out loud, but 'twas not the case today. All right, I'll talk to you. Suppose it can't be put off any longer. Well, it probably could, but...
Must be the new initiate. The speaker sent word that you were on your way. I'm the matron of this sanctuary. Obey me without question, and I'm certain we'll get along just fine.
So, am I going to call you Astrid and going to have to see you betray the Brotherhood down the line and have to stab you in the back? Maybe? Or find your corpse halfway burned? Maybe? Of course, matron.
And this is for you, shrouded
unidentified
armor, the
touch
uniform
weapon
of the Dark Brotherhood. You're one of the family now. You might as well look the part. And since you showed such expertise with the Blade of Woe, take this as well. I expect great things, Initiate.
Ooh, a skill point. So, I don't mind using the shrouded armor. Like, I definitely wouldn't, because it's not my style.
We are all brothers and sisters, children of the Night Mother and our dread father. Even lone assassins need a family. Introduce yourself to the others. They can provide advice and information, even support for your more challenging contracts.
But, so, I like the shrouded armor as a... Oh, so it's bound more to storylines. Okay. The thing is that I like being able to infiltrate, and, like, looking like an assassin is definitely not the best way to infiltrate. Although, if you don't get seen in the first place, you can look however bizarre you want. If you're a bright pink and neon green monster with a knife, but you're not spotted, and that works as an assassin. Will I get another contract soon?
Eager, are you? That's good. Then go and talk to Qa'Rajh. He handles lesser contracts for the new initiates. Prove yourself to him, and more interesting assignments will follow. Welcome to the family.
I'll go talk to Qa'Rajh.
Explore the sanctuary. Meet the others. At least the ones currently at home. I believe Green Venom Tongue, Kor, Hildegard, Mirabelle, Simbar, and Tannic are available. When you're done, Elam should have a new task for you to accomplish.
So, I think there was also a bit of it. It didn't play as much into it in Skyrim, but in Oblivion, there very much was like you didn't have to in Skyrim. You don't have to here as well. Is what I'm hearing. But you very much benefited from talking to the other members, and like some was like, yeah, I just go in head first and split them all open and then leave. Where to others were actually giving out vital information that could aid you in performing this particular quest. I imagine that most of these are going to be like the speaker in the first one, where they're basically like, how can you provide me with some extra information of how to get in unnoticed, for example, stuff like that, and it then becomes available to you. It wouldn't become available to you unless you had talked to that one. So I think each of these contracts, I'll try and talk to all of these people. I might have to sort of cut most of the people talking out and then just like leave in the one that actually have the valuable information, if any. But that's all for the future. So, tell me more about yourself, matron.
The past isn't something we talk about here. For most of us, Our lives didn't really begin until we were called to serve the Night Mother. And I was called at a very early age.
Yeah, it isn't really a cozy sort of like sit at the campfire and have marshmallows kind of family. Have you always been the matron of this sanctuary?
No one joins the Brotherhood and immediately steps into a position of power. That's not how we do things. I had to prove myself, show that I was dedicated to the Night Mother and her tenets. I served for many years before I earned my title.
Did you advance through the ranks in this sanctuary?
This sanctuary has always been my home in the Brotherhood, if that's what you're asking. I've seen the Gold Coast change over the years, but that's enough questions about me. I wouldn't want to think you were taking my measure for some reason.
No, I can see how that would be a little bit suspicious with the ongoings on. I heard something about a Dark Brotherhood member being murdered.
Where did you... Oh, they were discussing that at the noble's estate, were they? Bastards. It's true. Someone has been killing our brothers and sisters. When the hunters become the hunted, it's like the world has gone askew.
So, who do you think would be better at killing assassins than an assassin? Any idea who the murderer is?
We're investigating the matter. It's not unusual for our pasts to catch up with us, and it's not like we have a shortage of enemies. We'll learn the identity of this killer, and then there will be a reckoning.
So, the question of who would dare challenge the Dark Brotherhood. Any security organization worth their salt would probably do it, even though they'd likely have trouble gathering the information and actually mount an assault. But if they were to mount a direct assault, they likely would succeed. But, I mean, definitely the Morak Tong would be among the sort of obvious contenders for this. I could also imagine a coven of hag ravens from Skyrim or the northernmost regions being interested in taking over this area and sort of getting a vibe with all the blood that has been spilled and sort of like obtain something from the use of that. So it's not like there are definitely plenty of factions that would dare challenge the Dark Brotherhood.
True. Few have the audacity to openly oppose us, but there are many who would love to see the Brotherhood abolished. This feels different. Stay vigilant. Keep your eyes open and report anything you notice as you execute your duties.
Execute now. I get it. Nice pun. How do I advance?
A little ambition is good for the soul, but only a little. Complete the contracts assigned to you. It's as simple as that. Every life you send to Sithis pleases the Night Mother and raises your profile. Complete enough jobs, and you'll be rewarded.
What happens as I advance?
We'll trust you with more difficult contracts, assign you more high-profile targets. The awards are greater, and we'll ask you to help with matters of importance to the Brotherhood. But don't get ahead of yourself. Start with Elam's contracts first.
Okie dokie. So, now there's people. Why weren't they around before? That's a little on the weird side, but yeah, let's talk to all the people. Seems like if we go around, then we'll end up, well, not naturally, but we will end up down at Elam as the latest one. So this will largely be a lore and sort of get to know the people. You're not interested, apparently. Green Venom Tongue.
Ah, I heard we had a new initiate on the premises. I was just checking my notes and realized the details concerning you are sorely lacking. We'll need to rectify that before too long.
I mean, you can find a playlist of my deeds right below the video. Hey. Didn't see that coming, eh? a plug to my own videos within my videos in another universe in which the person don't even know what a video is and can't click the link in the video. And never mind, the matron suggested I introduce myself.
She did. Interesting. I wonder what she's planning this time. Well, I'm certain everything will become clear, eventually. Even you, I suppose.
I should hope not. I prefer staying opaque. Why do they call you Green Venom Tongue?
Aren't you familiar with the cherished Black Marsh custom? Consuming various venomous concoctions to bolster our natural immunity? I drank so much my tongue turned green. Ha! The new initiates fall for that every time.
Did I fall for it? I didn't really have time to react to it. Also, that's not an unusual Argonian naming scheme, so... Anyway, it's nice to meet you.
And you as well, Initiate. I look forward to interviewing you at length when you have some time. For my journals, of course. I keep meticulous records. I'll help you, you'll help me. Isn't that what the Bretons call a win-win?
I don't know if it is. I am not aware of whether or not it's a Breton idiom or not. Any advice you want to share with a new recruit?
Now this one I know I've written down. Study the 5 tenets. Learn them. Memorize them. Live them. There's a copy in the sanctuary, someplace. I'd let you look at this one, but I don't let anybody read my journals. That would be inadvisable.
I see. Anything else?
Such a curious mind. Then listen carefully, Initiate. Contracts must be taken seriously. Always obey the matron's instructions to the letter, and don't get yourself killed. Though that probably goes without saying.
Yes, I should say so. Is there really something about me in that book?
Perhaps, depending upon what you mean by something and me. Rest assured, whatever musings and observations I record herein are strictly confidential.
I'd like to know a bit more about you.
What more could you possibly need to know? I am a shadow scale. My life begins and ends with the Dark Brotherhood.
What's a shadow scale?
I could have sworn I explained this before. Let me check my notes. Well, like other Argonians born under the sign of the Shadow, I was taken upon hatching and trained to be an assassin. That makes me a good killer. A very good killer.
Do you like living here?
What an intriguing inquiry. Attempting to ascertain if I actually like it here, or something more subtle. Well, like or dislike is meaningless. I serve the matron as I served my former sanctuary, and as I served Black Marsh when called upon.
Former sanctuary?
The river carries us where it will,
Okay.
and that's all I prefer to say about that at this time. I was there, now I am here, as are you, Initiate.
Fair enough, tongue twister. What are you running about with that bar over your head for? Oh well, probably not important. Mirabelle Mocchieri.
So you're the new initiate. You're certainly cuter than the last one.
The matron suggested I introduce myself.
And why wouldn't she, darling? I am her favorite after all. As a matter of fact, I'm everyone's favorite.
And Simba. We have not
Sure
talked to
you'll
Simba.
agree soon enough. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you. May the Night Mother forever hold you in her cold and loving embrace.
Are you always this forward?
Forward. Believe me, this is my shy and unimposing side. After all, We wouldn't want to give my beloved Simbar the wrong idea, would we? Find me later, and I'll show you what forward really looks like.
Later? Where would you like to me to meet you?
Oh, you really are too easy, my darling. I'm just having fun with you. I suppose I get that from my family heritage. The Motiers are rich, powerful, and blessed with good looks, and a wicked sense of humor. Just play along and enjoy.
You come from a noble family?
Oh, there's nothing noble about my family. But I left that all behind. The wealth, the boredom, the servants waiting on me hand and foot. One day, I strangled my handmaid with a golden chain. And here I am. Life in the Brotherhood suits me.
What should I know about the Dark Brotherhood?
You shouldn't know anything, darling. We're a secret organization, after all. I suppose I can tell you that we serve the Night Mother. Her cold embrace binds us together. Never dishonor her. Our contracts aren't mere tasks. We carry out her will.
I'm still not sure how all this works.
Sweet mother, send your child unto me, for the sins of the unworthy must be baptized in blood and fear. These words, as part of a complex ritual, form the Black Sacrament, the means by which those in need pray to the Night Mother.
And we consider that to be a contract?
Our mother hears the prayer and whispers to the listener. The listener sends a speaker to arrange the details and create the contract. Then the speaker selects an assassin to carry out our mother's will. It's more than just a job. It's a calling.
It sounds like the Brotherhood worships the Night Mother.
This just got much too serious for my taste, darling. Let's talk about something, I don't know, more decadent. Like how I'd be nibbling on your ear if Simbar wasn't here. He's watching, isn't he? Maybe a little nibble is in order,
As a Khajiit, I feel a little bit uneasy about nibbling on ears. So have there been other recruits lately?
A few. The speaker sends new initiates to the sanctuary every so often. New blood, you understand. Before you, there was a charming young lad from Glenumbra. Van something, I believe. A shame, really. He was too scrumptious to die so soon.
I heard that a few members have been murdered.
Mind your tongue, Initiate. We're the murderers, not the victims here. But I suppose the circumstances were somewhat unusual. Someone left Van pinned to the wall of the inn in Qa'Rajh, held up with multiple daggers. When I find the villain...
That's a bit, I wouldn't say overkill, but yeah, that definitely sends a message, doesn't it? Sounds like someone's hunting the Brotherhood.
You don't hunt the hunters. The Brotherhood hunts you. Anything else is a crime against the natural order. But enough of this dark talk. We're just working ourselves into a tizzy. I'd much rather get excited about something more enticing.
Goodbye. So, I don't know if you have anything else to say. Qa'Rajh and Hildegard are also set as one. That's Tanek and... Okay, well... Maybe he has something interesting to say, but it's not part of the quest. And this episode is basically going to be just, talking with people. I'm gonna ignore you for just one bit, because bookshelves. Told you I would get distracted. Oh, a new law book. Nice. See, it wasn't all without value. Anything I can pilfer? I mean, I know I'm... Oh, hello! Captain Wershark. Oh! Yoink! One lockpick and a law book. The Black Hand. Chronicler at Large. Yes, alright, Tannic.
So you're the new recruit, huh? No, don't tell me your name. I'll, just call you New Blade. It's easier to remember, and, it's not like I'm gonna know you for very long. Yes, New Blade. That's so much better.
Why don't you think I'll be around for long?
Oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I just believe in full disclosure. We've lost an initiate and a fully trained assassin recently. Mirabelle's in denial, but I know what's happening. Someone's hunting the Brotherhood, and you make a tempting target.
I don't need to boast, so remain silent.
Trying to pull off the spooky thing? Not bad, but your technique needs a little work. I'm sure you just need some more practice. Anyway, stay sharp out there, New Blade. We're not the only scary things lurking in the shadows anymore.
So what's your story, Tannic?
Oh, it's a long and sordid tale. Romance and daring do. Or if you prefer the short version, I was apprenticed to a smith in Sentinel. Loved the trade, hated my master. He liked to hammer more than just metal. When I had enough, I killed him.
And that's how you came to the Brotherhood?
Oh no, that was just the beginning of my story. I was young and stupid back then. I ran, but apparently not far or fast enough. Got to spend some quality time in a Hammerfell dungeon for my actions. 8 years, if I recall correctly.
That sounds terrible.
Well, it wasn't sunshine and camel milk, but I survived. Met some people, learned some lessons. When one of the guards got sloppy, I was ready to act. Simple as that. Of course, my old life was over, but at least I was free.
So, how'd you wind up in the Brotherhood?
Hey, I had to make a living. I was branded as a killer, so killing was what I did. Worked for the crime boss Bashira for a while. Then I had a visit one night. The speaker scared the piss out of me, but I couldn't refuse his generous offer.
Oh, fair enough. Anything else I should know about the Brotherhood?
The Dark Brotherhood has been good to me. They taught me to focus my anger, to let the Dread Father work through me. I have a home, an income, and a set of rules to live by. Life makes sense to me here in the Sanctuary.
Just kind of thought through about this. Their rules. I mean, obviously their
Oh,
rules.
New Blade. There
Duh,
are always
we've read them.
rules. The trick is to learn what they are before you get your hand caught in the sweet roll box. For us, it's all about the 5 tenets. I'm sure there's a book about them somewhere in the Sanctuary.
Look, there's a simple way to avoid getting caught with your hand in the sweet roll box. Steal the entire box. It's much more profitable anyway. Then you can always find some place safe and figure out how the box works. Tell me more about the murders of our brothers and sisters.
Dorisa and Van. One was an experienced assassin who knew her business. The other was a raw recruit with hardly any blood on his blade. Kinda like you, New Blade. It could have been coincidence, but I think they were targeted by the same killer.
What makes you think the murders are connected?
Just a feeling, I guess. And the way they were left for all the world to see. Someone was proud of their work and wanted everyone to know it. And it had to be a professional. Dorisa was too good to be taken down by an amateur.
Yeah, that's kind of what I said about it, sending a message. Have you shared your suspicions with the matron?
Matron Astara tells us what to think, not the other way around. But yes, we've talked about this. All we can do is stay alert and try to figure out who's behind the murders. Until then, we're just jumping at shadows. Very dangerous shadows.
Alright, well, fair enough. So I'm guessing by the naming schemes of Kor and Hildegard,
All right, little.
they're probably
Just
Norse.
the new smell. Your new brother or sister must be here. Do you want to meet them?
Ah!
Come on now, Hilda. Don't be shy. Sorry, she can be skittish around strangers.
A werewolf. Right.
New brother! Welcome, welcome! If there's anything you need, anything at all, you come to me, yes?
Ah, figured that the Nord assassin would be the friendliest of all. We're in a bunch of murderers. The matron suggested I meet the rest of the family.
Of course! It's important to get to know everyone. You're part of the family now. And family helps each other. It's what we do.
Why do you have a werewolf in that cage?
Oh, that's not a werewolf. Well, I guess it is. But it's also little Hildegard. She's really sweet. But you'll need to say hello later. She still doesn't have the hang of controlling her transformations.
Hildegard sounds like she has an interesting story.
Hildegard is like the little sister I never had. But her true family was awful. They drank the blood of werebeasts. It's a dangerous practice, but not entirely unheard of in Nordlands. They even forced their children to participate.
Is that how Hildegard became a werewolf?
We assume so. But as to why she can't control her transformations, that remains a mystery. She lost control one day, and hurt another member of the tribe. They cursed her and she ran away. I found her later. She was confused, alone, nearly mad.
You're lucky she didn't attack you.
I'm a skilled hunter. Taming animals is almost second nature to me. It took time, but she came to trust me. Accepted me as her big brother. Before that happened, though, she nearly tore my face off. See? I still have the scar.
Tell me more about yourself, Kor.
I always liked to hunt and fight. I became a soldier, but that turned out to be more about waiting around than actual battle. So I sold my sword as a mercenary, made some enemies, and soon found out that other sellswords were being paid to kill me.
Looks like you survived.
Indeed I did. Kept a low profile in town, spent most of my time in the wilderness. I almost decided to stop running, and then I found little Hilda. She became my reason to go on living.
How did two Nords end up in a Brotherhood sanctuary on the Gold Coast?
Well, you know, there are some things we just don't talk about in public. I hope you understand. I will tell you that we love it here. We're part of the best family in the whole world. And we're glad to have you with us. I'm sure Hilda agrees.
Interesting point how there is no option to talk about the murders here. All right, well, we've met the family. Oh, Hildegard. All right. Anything else? You know I gotta check. Especially now that I have sort of a magical automatic record keeping of every book that I read. Which is a more powerful ability than you might think of at first. Sure, it's just books. But being able to memorize every single book that you ever read and ever will read, that's not a bad skill to have. Yeah, you know what? Let's go the other way around so that we can see all of the sanctuary and not just the parts that we saw going in. Because that's also part of exploration. And even though this episode is going to be a lot of talking, I mean, that is how introductions to people usually go. I felt that it was kind of fitting and needed. It does, in its layout, resemble the Skyrim Well, the first of the sanctuary in Skyrim, the one near Falkreath. Quite a lot. Okay, Elon.
Well met, brother. I coordinate our family's more mundane contracts. I suggest you get used to this face, because you're going to be seeing a lot of me.
Astara said I should speak with you.
Did she now? Are you sure that's what she told you to do? Wouldn't want you to get in trouble your first day in the sanctuary. Now that you're here, we might as well discuss your training.
My training?
Don't repeat what I say. It annoys me. Now, where was I? Oh yes, your training. Complete a contract, receive a reward. Prove yourself, and more significant contracts will be made available to you. It's simple, really.
I understand.
I don't expect you to last a week, but as long as you're still here. Ready for your first contract, Initiate?
I mean, the payout is pretty good, but sure, complete.
Not everyone appeals to the Dark
Okay.
Brotherhood through the Black Sacrament. For those with copious amounts of gold to spare, we usually indulge their more mundane requests. Are you ready to take on your first contract?
I'm ready.
Typically, you'll consult the ledger marked for death.
Yeah.
But I've handpicked something special for your first job.
I figured as much. Alright, who do I have to kill?
Travel to the city of Qa'Rajh, identify the target listed on this contract, then eliminate them. I encourage you to practice with the Blade of Woe, but as long as the target dies, it doesn't really matter how you kill them. Can you manage that?
I'll return when my target is dead.
What are you standing around for? I'm not much to
Contract
look at, and
Qa'Rajh.
neither is this room.
Who takes out these contracts?
Anyone can find a reason to kill someone. Ambition, jealousy, humiliation. I once killed for a jester who couldn't take a joke. Careful who you heckle in Stormhaven.
I'd like to know more about you.
Me? I'm flattered. No, that's not the right word. Uncomfortable? Yes, that's it. Well, whatever do you want to know about me for?
I just want to know who I'll be working with.
Not the brooding type? Good. They're a bore. I've been with Astara at this sanctuary since its inception. More years than I care to remember. In that time, I've done enough contract killing to know how to drum up business. It's my charm.
I'd like to know more about the contract.
Anyone can find a reason to kill someone. And
So... Okay. Well, it went and gone and did not make my quest active. There we go. Contract. Go to Qa'Rajh. Well, that doesn't say much. But, oh, we had some items to... So the Shrouded Armor is available. Let's do a preview just for the sake of it. That is... I mean, it's not bad, but it's not me, you know? Yeah, that's better. Alright, that was one thing. What else? Collections, set items. Oh yeah, that's not important. We'll just ignore that for now. Skills, though. So, I did actually manage to find a skill that would allow my bounty to go down faster. It is not, however, under Dark Brotherhood, but instead... No, Ligadomain? No, it isn't. It is under Thieves Guild and Swiftly Forgotten. So that basically means that it will go down faster, but obviously not much else is available right now because the Thieves Guild is only at level 2 and we need level 5 for it to be able to get the next one in this, so we'll have to do for now. Okay, but I think it makes sense to go down this road. Bounty and heat resulting from a witnessed murder or assault is reduced by 20%. Sure. I mean, these are all passive skills. Like, you don't have to actually do anything other than, you know, select them. Right. So there was nothing in here, which means that we could just carry on our merry way on getting whatever was necessary and whatever we were doing beforehand done. Any skill trees that I was going at? Yes. So the champion points right now are just general upgrades. I think for the sake of getting a little bit of extra action into this episode, even though it will be longer, is that we will go and at least find the gates of Qa'Rajh. I still don't like how that is said. Like, it is not natural for me to have that sort of K and then break like Qa'Rajh. Like that's how everyone basically say it. For me, when I see K and V together, I don't have that Ka. Like, it's just Qa'Rajh. Like, you don't have to make an extra syllable just for one letter. It doesn't make sense to me, and it never did in Oblivion. And since the city is named the same, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me, but what can you do? You can observe someone riding a horse right through you, apparently, is what you can do. Alright. I like how Cyrodiil, even though this is the Gold Coast, I like this how Cyrodiil looks. Like, this is sort of what I imagined. Ooh. A lion. Sure, a little bit of combat doesn't hurt. I mean, it won't hurt me, but it will hurt the lion. Is the experience booster on? It is. Okay, good. The experience booster is a little harder to tell compared to the stat booster, because the stat booster makes a very visible and clear change when it turns off. If I remember to keep myself aware about it. So, in Oblivion, the game, Qa'Rajh was sort of set upon a hill, a natural hill. Ooh, Minotaurs. Seems that is still the case, which means that we also likely means that we will be climbing the hill going up there. Minotaurs? Are there anything enterable? Oh. Maybe in a quest. That's definitely an alien ruin. You gonna be bothersome? Nah. Too far away. And I'm not gonna initiate the combat just yet. Might later, if it so seems relevant. Minotaurs do drop a special kind of item called fungi spores, which allows you to create items of Minotaur stylings. Pass by that house, basically cut through here, if we are allowed to. The reason for cutting through is A, there is a point of interest, which means that I will gain some experience for discovering it. And I might as well get that now. If I have a contract there, well, we'll get that when we get that. Now, if it's... right. I had a feeling that was the case. We will wait, then. What? Tribune's Folly. I don't know about that. That certainly wasn't in Oblivion. And I'm not gonna do that because, like, it's a challenge. And you know how I feel about challenge. If I happen to come across one where another group of players are actively also trying to go through it, yes, then I will very much help them out and get the challenge area, because it's nice. And it's usually a good chunk of experience, plus a decent amount of loot. Sometimes there's usually almost always a set item piece in amongst the rewards that you can obtain. A house, erstwhile sanctuary. Nice enough, but I'm not here to do housing. Can I even get experience for discovering this place? I don't remember. So that leads back there. Yeah, okay. I like getting lore. Lore is... I'm sorry? Is the house a rock? I mean, it's probably meant to be up there, but... The marker? Well, that was there in the rock. Ooh. Is that Qa'Rajh? That looks way too close for that to be the case. Qa'Rajh would be way over here. I suppose they are built close enough together that the building style probably resembles that of Qa'Rajh, which makes sense in a cultural and architectural style sense. Okay. It's kind of nice to see Qa'Rajh not with halfway burnt down and with Oblivion portals opening up and having town guard trying to defend the area while I sit back and snipe and try to avoid hitting the guards. Qa'Rajh Way Shrine discovered. Nice! Little bit of experience for that. Now, are there loot? Oh! Kill Humius Arquitus. Okie dokie. Oop, and Qa'Rajh itself discovered. I was really looking for, like, treasure chests, lore book, anything like that. Hello, can you tell me where Humius Arquitus is? I would like to talk with him. Ooh. Brother Martin, can we find you? Probably not. It's at least a couple of hundred, maybe thousands of years later than this. Alright, well, in the next episode we shall discover Qa'Rajh. And we shall find and get rid of this Humius Arquitus person. But until next time, take care.